Hello, Light Keepers. I'm so glad you're back. I'm Kimberly Katherine, and today I want to talk a little bit more about, the healing process isn't just what you put in your body, food and going to the doctor and meditation and crystals and all that woo-woo. It's also, I have found on my healing journey, probably the most prolific and most profound healing I've had is when I test my limits. You have to get to a certain point where you can do that, and you put other goals in place to help you with your healing because it's part of that proving of I can do anything. So I don't know if that resonates or that makes any sense, but I just want to hop on here today because remember, my first three pillars were in the beginning, it was meditation to quiet my brain and to kind of just, my nervous system was just shot and I was always in fight or flight. And it was running, and that gave me peace of mind and just mellowed out my cortisol. And EFT tapping, those were big, big, big pieces. And then most currently has been the somatic work. And then along the pathway too, I'd go boogie boarding in the ocean, go for long walks. And it wasn't just so much the exercise, it was more stretching myself into uncomfortable places. And the reason I say that is because when we stretch ourselves into uncomfortable places, it actually has an amazing effect from a neuroplasticity point, and it exercises your brain, especially when you get older. You get confidence, and it helps in so many regards. So today I had that experience. Today I had my first horseback riding lesson. I don't even know if I've even had formal horseback riding lessons. It's English style because I'm going on a retreat in July, and I realized that it's English style, which I've never ridden a horse English style ever. I've done Western, and the last time I went horseback riding was about 10 years ago, and that was at a winery. Oh my goodness. So it wasn't really, and it was Western style, pretty low key. And then I think the time before that was in the Hollywood Hills, which we started at the bottom, rode up to the Hollywood Hills sign, which was amazing, rode back down and got margaritas. Super fun. But my point is, I'm not necessarily a horseback riding girl. I love horses, and I've been doing different healing modalities with them, but actually getting on and riding is a whole nother thing. So I was talking with a friend the other day about this retreat I'm going on, which I'm super excited about. It's going to be in Cornwall, which is, if you know, it's the place where the filming where Wuthering Heights takes place. So it's very mystical, and it's the ancient Moors, and we're going to be riding 4 days, 3 hours a day, from that area out to the ocean, the Atlantic. Woo! Oh my gosh. So I started, a friend said, "Hey Kim, have you signed up for your horse lessons yet?" I'm like, "Oh no." So I did a little research, found a place locally, had my first lesson today. And Liz is amazing. It started out with that she was actually really late. She forgot, which was fine because I was nervous. So I got to kind of hang out, and I met one of the really cute Sarah, this really, really cute, adorable girl. She's probably 17. She works there and she does independent high school like my daughter did. And so I walked around with her. We talked about the horses, talked about high school, what she wants to do, her path and what she's been doing with horses. And she's showing and she competes and she's just adorable. And it kind of calmed my nerves down. But then I started really realizing, oh my gosh, what kind of undertaking did I put myself into? But the healing process was already taking place, A, when I made the decision, and then when I went and checked out the place, but more importantly, when I arrived there today. I got there about 10 to 12. My appointment was supposed to, or my lesson was start to start at noon. The lady who was giving the lesson, Liz, she was late. She was, which was fine. It actually worked out so much better. Everything always works out perfectly. She was actually going to check out a horse with one of her clients to go purchase. So, long story short is I'm walking around checking out these different horses. My horse, Oreo, whom I had met before, he was there and said hello to all the different horses, got all the different smells and getting in the zone. And we started out with the first thing is you brush the horse, brush them out. Well, bring them out and then you brush them and then you get all this different. I'm going to have to study all this different stuff. I can't bridle. That's one of the only words I remember. Bridle and saddle. Huh. So we got all the different gear and Sarah, the cute little 17-year-old, she helped me put all that on the horse. And and we had cleaned out the hub, the what do you call it? The bottom of their legs, the feet. I got to get all the names down, like I said. I was like a little nervous. I said, "Oh my gosh, do I have to do this every time?" She said, "Oh yeah, that's a good idea." So anyway, we did that, got them all ready. Then Liz came, got to get up on the horse. Oh wow, there you go. That was fun. And then we went into the corral and went around. And I really realized when I was on this horse, I was like, oh my freaking Lord, you are really testing yourself to the limit. But when you get those callings, you just get those callings and you're like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And one part at the end, I had to, we didn't quite canter. I can't remember the very first one, but it's where you stand up and you're pushing your feet down. Stand up, go down, stand up, go down. I'm going to be so sore tomorrow, but I'm so grateful. So, the bottom line here, what is the story? What are you trying to say? The bottom line is part of the healing process is stretching yourself, not only in every regard. Now, I'm not saying sign up for a retreat in Cornwall, England. I'm saying stretch yourself, push yourself, and say, can I do that? Can I walk around the block? Can I make the cookies today? Can I do this? Can I do that? Because, and you want to push it just a little bit over the edge. Because I'm going to tell you, once you reach that goal, it is so fulfilling. I got some kind of bummer news about some different things yesterday, and I let it affect me. It didn't affect me personally, but just, a couple things, and I was like a little sad. And in the end, you can only really take care of yourself. I mean, you can try to help others, but you can't carry it on. And actually, I have learned in my healing journey that when you carry that on for others, it does a disservice for them. And the best thing to do is to let them be, send them love, but don't carry that sadness for them. And I didn't really quite understand that, but it's so true. So, I got so energized because boy, did I put myself out there today. Wow. Big time. And I got to tell you, it started last week when I did all the research because another Fred said, hey, guess what, Kim? You know what? You're going to have to get all the gear. So when I went and toured the facility last week, I asked Liz, I said, so Liz, hey, I guess I got to get a helmet and boots. And she goes, oh yeah, you got to get that. And you can get it on Amazon. Thank goodness for Amazon. So then I did all my research and the helmets and the boots. And I mean, if you're watching on YouTube, I'm post riding the horse. I am post riding the horse because I'm in the vibe, and that's when you record. So I got the shirts, I got the leggings, you got to get special socks, I got the gloves, of course, the helmet. And I got two different helmets because I didn't know which one would fit. Two different types of boots. What was the other? Oh, the thing that you put on top of the hair so it doesn't show out in the helmet. And the main thing is, what is the main thing is? You need to be so freaking comfortable and in your skin because you're on an 1,000-pound animal. Oh my God. Oh my God. I was in that arena going because Liz was amazing. She said, okay, Kim, this is what we're going to do. And then, she tells me what we do. Stand up, down, stand up, down. Now we're going to trot. That's what it was. We were trotting. I was going up, down, up, down, up, down. If you don't think those muscles you don't necessarily use. And yesterday I did an F45 class for the first time because I'm of that age that need to keep those bones healthy and all that stuff. So resistance training comes into play. But it's like, what the heck am I doing? Up, down, stand up, down. Oh my Lord, I gotta tell you. Whew. So yeah, I got all the gear, did a deep dive into Cornwall and the history, watched some different shows about the area. Man, it's so exciting. So on your healing journey, it's not just taking the meds, meditating, crystals, get the Reiki, all that. It's push the envelope. Push the rope out. And it's all up here. Mind over matter. You really can do it. You really, really can do it. Now, you may not do that 8-minute mile like you used to, and it might be a 10 or 12-minute mile. It may be a 12-minute walk down the block. But my point is, you can do it. It just may be different. I'm not saying that I ever did English horseback riding before, ever in my entire life, but my mind is, I'm doing this and I'm seeing the end result. And I'm probably going to be a lot more trained than the other people that are going to be there. Now, I imagine it's a beginner ride. And I imagine most, probably 99.99% of the people will have at least had 1 or 2 lessons before getting on the horse there. But I'm going to be super comfortable, beyond comfortable, because I don't want to not be comfortable. Oh, one of the things, that's right, she was saying is, hey, we did like one of the trails, and she said, Kim, you want to be aware of your surroundings because the horses will react to different noises and this and that, and they could get spooked. And I'm like, oh my God, okay, oh my God. So what am I doing on this 1,000-pound animal? You have to be so freaking present. That's why people love horses. You have to be so present and so in sync. It is so rewarding. It is so rewarding. And I said, oh, I get it. So if you see or you hear a tractor or something, you hear something out there, you want to you want to really be a part. You're an extension of that horse. So you lean into your heels and you hug the horse a little bit more, and you just get so in tune. You're just like one. So I can see why people are so hooked on, on the horseback riding. And also, I honor those because I've told so many friends that I'm doing this, or, when I go and do the healings, and I'm still contemplating whether or not I'm going to get certified in becoming a horse therapist. Horse therapy, where I don't know, I'm going to see where spirit kind of calls me and all of that. I'm not sure. But I honor those who don't have that same feeling about horses, and they're usually people who have been bucked off horses, the people who I've come across, and or for some other reason, and that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. But today on my drive home, I was reflecting and I'm saying, gosh, isn't this amazing? I started out with running again, moving my body, and that movement in my healing, the final of my healing. And then, actually, I didn't really talk about this yet, but I would go boogie boarding. I'd go in the ocean, in the Pacific Ocean, and let me tell you, it's not forgiving at all. Like when you go in the ocean, boogie boarding or surfing or swimming or whatever, you are completely surrendering big time to Mother Nature. And then meditation, and meditating is, I don't know if I would call it a form of surrendering, but it's more of a form of just going within and becoming quiet, definitely. And then the somatic healing with the EFT, that was priceless, so beautiful. Emotional freedom technique, that's what that is, the EFT tapping. And that's just, not just, but it's regulating your nervous system so you can be at baseline. And then the somatic healing I've done most recently for the past year is really getting into all the stored emotions in your body that you haven't tapped into, feeling them again, releasing them, and getting to a healthy place so you can hold more in your vessel. So, anyway, I just wanted to hop on here because I'm so excited about this horse training. Woohoo! Did my first one. Oh my gosh. She's so funny. Liz said, "So, are you sore? Are you sore?" And I go, "Oh, yeah, I'm pretty good." She goes, "Oh, well, we want you to be really sore. We want you to be like jelly at the end." I said, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "Oh my gosh." I was going to sign up for F45 this week too, but I guess I might wait a week and just kind of see how it goes. I still have the hatha yoga and I'll do some other, I'm going to do a little research and see what's a good complementary to horseback riding. And if anybody wants to email me in, gosh, please send me a DM or message me because I'd love to hear your experience when you first started horseback riding lessons. And in addition to yoga, what complemented? Because I'm just, for right now, not just, but I am doing one lesson a week. I'll be building up to two. I'll probably do two. When I'm 3 weeks out, I'm going to do two a week, but I don't need to quite do that yet. I'm hoping swimming, running, more cardio, but it'll be fun. But there you go, light keepers, right? Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. Woohoo. Please send me your stories of your horseback riding. And I'll tell you, I was finding that inner light today because I was completely surrendering and being completely present on that 1,000-pound animal. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about, being present, right? Man, that was amazing. So beautiful. So my message to everybody today is be present. Be present and push yourself just a little bit, just a little bit. And maybe that little bit is, like I said, going around the block. That pushing for you may be, I'm going to journal, whatever it is. Take it to another level. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys so much. You don't even know. Make it a beautiful day.